Hello, how do I use 1099 form for tax filing? Well, you'll use the 1099. You might use the PDF or the CSV version, and I like to pull both and use the Excel version, the CSV version, to complete some worksheets in when filing 1040. So when you're filing 1040 using the software, you can click on 1099. It'll pull pretty much like 1099 B or so, but it'll pull a worksheet for you to pull data from your 1099 that you got from your brokerage firm, 1099B or 1099 that show your stocks purchased and sold, to pull those data to your tax spreadsheets. And when you enter, you pretty much enter the stocks, the number of shares that you purchase, the date you purchase it, the date you sold it, and the amount you sold it for, how much it costs you, and so forth. But it will show it to you it'll show you a form that you'll read the different tarots, sub-tarots in the form to look for those tarot on your 1099. And the 1099 you got from the brokerage firm will have some numbers next to those tarot as well to help you know where on the form you'll put that 1099 data. So therefore, like 1A, you look for 1A and put that number there, type of things. Or 11A, you look for 11A on the tax form, that 1099 form that show up there, so that you can put it. And you'll pretty much do it for every single one of those transactions, stocks that you sold during the year. The brokerage firm will list how much you purchased them for as well, and when you purchased them, when you sold them, so that you can pull those things in your tax software, and the tax software will pull them where will transfer those numbers you entered on different form that where it needed to be. 8949, if that is a form that needs to be completed, the tax software will transfer those numbers you enter here as well for you. And the goal is they will end on those numbers you enter. They will end on your Schedule D capital gain and losses, where you'll have short-term gain on one side and long-term gain on one. And then the summary, the software will calculate the rest for you to determine the tax on that capital gain, because the short-term gain is tax differently from the long-term gain. The tax related to it, that will show up on your 1040. So, but yes, use a software to file your 1040 if you file it on your own. And depend pretty much, if you are filing it, it will probably be in a questionnaire mode. It will ask you questions, and you will be able to use your 1040 that you've received and the information on it to be able to complete this data. And the 1040 will come with, if you earn dividends on your stocks while you have them, you'll have the interest version, the interest you earn on your cash while your cash was at that brokerage firm in the account before you purchase stocks with it. You'll have those interests that you will enter. You'll have the dividend as well that you'll enter. So those will go on some tax form as you are filing, or the software will ask you questions. You'll answer those questions with those information, and the software will put them on the appropriate form, tax form that those numbers should go to. But that is how you use 1040 to for your tax filing. Today we are going to analyze CLS as of August 10, 2026. And that 1099 you'll get it at the end of the year. But your brokerage account should be able to allow you, I don't know, but it's a recent feature that I found at ChartSwap. I don't know since when it became excuse me, it was available, but to pull your capital gain and losses from your portfolio page, your account position page, but in some way is what you'll get at the end of the year for the whole year as well, with maybe a little bit difference to the form, as the year one will have more information on it. So CLS, when we are looking at it, is still close to the support line. Since we use long uptrend and swing trading strategy, it's still close to the value line where we like to buy. It's still close to our buying zone, and I'm not even seeing our selling zone yet. Using maximum daily chart, all-time highest price is now here. We are going to go to maximum chart, monthly chart. We have the date on the x-axis from the past to the present, and the price on the y-axis from $0 up, and those dotted line are years. And all-time highest price is quite far in 2020. It took quite a bit of years to come down to this value line and now start going up from there. We have two arrows. So one, we purchased a row around that value line. When it pulled back to it, it went up and came back down. We purchased some more again, and now it start going up. So, and we could well be positive in those two purchases here, since the price where it is right now is a little bit higher than this one for sure, but we could well be negative in this first purchase or break even or so. But it is respecting this support line, passing that by the valley. And this stock is a stock I'll consider an investment type of stocks, because we want to buy it at the valley line and sell it at all-time highest price. And it took years to be done going up, and it took years to come back down. So best time for us to buy will be at that lowest price, that oblique support line that it has been resting on when it comes back down. And to sell it, if it's going to go up for that long, we must well hold on to it for years, for about the same number of years that it went up, or so, at least half of those number of years before we sell it. That is the idea behind, and that is why I like to call it, those are more of investment type of stocks, because it takes years to be done climbing up for us to sell it. Because if we sell it too early, it will, and we want it to buy at this support line, it will take years to come down. So therefore, we must sure as well hold on to it in the portfolio and wait. So, do you trade CLS or do you invest in it? Thank you so much for your time. We thank you very much for watching our videos. Thank you for your comments, and we thank you very much for subscribing to our channel. I'm Afiavi, and on our channel we share different ways to save money and different ways to make money to reach your financial independence. And swing trading could allow you to create another stream of income. Just start small and slowly you'll get there. As a disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a professional trader. I just swing trade in my husband and I joint account, and I like to share what is working for us, what is not working, what I'm learning with you, so that if you find some tips useful, you can customize them to fit your personality type, your risk tolerance, and use them in your own financial success journey. Will you please proceed with caution? For more videos in this series, will you please check the playlist How to Start Swing Trading Step by Step Using Long Options in the description of this video. And this video is brought to you by our online store, Liberman.com. If you are looking for a tote bag or cloth napkins, will you please check our online store, Liberman.com. gmail.com. Thank you so much for your time. Happy swing trading.